Basketball here tonight on WOSQ. Stratford here at Auburndale to face the Apaches. Big one in the Merriwood here tonight. Let's bring in Kurt Schmidt, head coach of the Stratford Tigers. Coach, coming off a nice win at Pacelli and a win versus Athens before that.
Yeah, it was a good game. Finally to get started again after a long break we had. We had 14 days off from games, and you kind of see it when we got back. And it was nice Saturday night. We seemed to kind of get our groove back a little bit.
Trying to rebound basically from the setback to marathon?
Well, no, just whenever you take a lot of time off, you develop the rust. Even though you practice too, you want to keep going. You want to keep your momentum, and first half we didn't play as well there, but we started to kind of get going again, and we finished the game pretty well. But you just don't like to have too much time off. There's a rhythm in basketball that's important. So.
Yeah, and that was just a 3-point game, but then you look, and you had a 4-point game with Athens. You had 5-point game with Pacelli. A lot of close games.
Yep, a lot of close games, and that's a good sign that kids are trying to close the deal, so to speak.
I mean, the marathon loss, I don't want to dwell on it a whole lot, but it was your only setback. Any takeaways from that game, maybe that you didn't see in other games that you were winning this year?
Well, they're a good team, and they have a very good inside game, and they're tough to handle around the basket. We did our best to try to slow them down, and we had a hard time. And they hit some shots from outside. They shot well. They had an overall pretty good game. And then that just tells you how, nice of a comeback that was to come back and still have a chance to win it actually at the very end.
Yeah, and this is, I don't know, right now it just seems like anyone could beat anyone in this conference. Auburndale knocks off Marathon. Marathon beats you guys. Phillips beats Auburndale. I don't know what's going to happen here tonight.
No, we got to play well. I mean, a lot of times it just comes down to, I know it sounds dumb, but whoever shoots it well, because teams are good enough that we go against where they're not going to allow a bunch of easy baskets, and you're going to have to hit some outside shots, just like Edgar too. I mean, Edgar's playing pretty good ball, and they're young, and you just gotta shoot the ball well. You can't afford to not shoot well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Edgar beat Auburndale by 8 or something earlier in the year.
Yep, Edgar shot the ball well, and you're right. That's why basketball. I mean, Duke. What do the Duke have? 2-3 losses, and lose to Florida State. I mean, that's what basketball gives you. It's a lot of times. With football, if you're the biggest and the strongest, you're pretty much going to win most games, especially if you run the ball well. Unless you turn the ball over 7 times for touchdowns the other way. But in basketball, sometimes there's a big lid on that basket for one team, or the wind's blowing out in basketball too. Where I'm kidding, but it's just one of those deals where it's a mystery sometimes how games can be.
Yeah, it certainly is. Does this game tonight come down to one or two things? I mean, what do you see as priorities that you have to do to get out of here with a win tonight against this Apache team?
Well, we have to defend the 3-point shot. I mean, we have to defend hard tonight. They got good shooters. They've been shooting well for the season. I know the games they've won, they've really hit 3-point shots, like in double digits. We have to keep them off the boards. Their seniors are pretty aggressive. Yeski and Ertl but even Jacoby, they rebound hard. I know we have some length, but we're going to have to outplay them with energy. And then they've got some penetrators, and they play solid defense. I mean, we're just going to have to play hard and play well.
All right, Coach. Sounds good. Thanks for the time. Good luck here against the Apaches tonight.
All right, thank you.
Kurt Schmidt, head coach of the Stratford Tigers. Stratford and Auburndale here tonight on WOSQ. Stay with us. We've got more of our pregame report in just a moment.
Blast through the snow and start strong every time during Jeep Days and the Start Something New sales event at Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need, Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
Before this one gets underway here, Coach, you guys are coming off a tough 1-point loss up at Phillips.
Yeah, we ran into a real hot shooting 3-point team up there, and just didn't do enough to get over the hump.
8-3 though. Got to be pleased with how you guys have been playing. What have been some of the keys to this season so far?
Well, we've shot the ball pretty well from distance, especially Cam Myrtle and Cooper Weinford have shot the ball real well. And our inside game has come along. Jacoby's done a nice job inside, so we've been pretty balanced in our scoring. Like to see some improvement in our defense and our rebounding and taking care of the ball, and then I think we'll be a little more consistent.
And last time I saw you guys was at, what was it, double overtime, I think, win here against Marathon. And did that kind of, I know you had a couple of tough games since then, but did that do anything, confidence-wise, just kind of a little spark, or, what were the takeaways from surviving a double overtime game against a very good Marathon team?
I think it showed the kids that we can play with anybody in the conference. Marathon had probably the most experience coming back, 4 starters from a conference championship team, very well coached, kids who have played 2 or 3 years on varsity, and it just showed our kids that they can play with anybody. Now it's trying to develop that consistency where you don't have any letdowns, and you play with that same effort every night.
Yeah, and then they go up and beat Stratford, and so anything, yep. Tough game up at Phillips. We say it a lot about the Eastern Clover Belt, but boy, this Merriwood conference, I can't figure it out.
Well, there's a lot of competitive teams. All the way down to Edgar. Edgar is young, but they've got really good athletes. You have Marathon coming with all their experience coming back, Stratford with all the experience coming back. Assumption gets forgot about, and they're right there as well. It's a brutal conference, and the North has given us some tough games with Phillips beating us, and Stratford only beat Athens by 4, and there's been some close games from the North too. I think our conference is really, really good.
Yeah, it certainly is. So tell me about this Stratford team and this matchup we see with the Tigers tonight.
Well, they're really talented. I would venture to say they're probably the most talented team in the conference. They're playing a lot of young guys, but those young guys have played a lot of basketball. They're good athletes. They're good basketball players. It's going to be a challenge defending them inside, but they've also got some kids who can shoot the ball from the outside. So it's going to take a real good defensive effort to knock them off tonight.
Obviously you need both sides of the ball, but would this be is this more of, are you stressing defense more so than maybe focusing or spending time on the offensive side of the ball to get ready for a team like Stratford?
I think that's our MO all the time. Offensive skills, you try to build them in the off season, and you spend time on it in practice, but defense has been a trademark of our team for a long time, and I haven't been real happy with it this year, so it's something we've worked on a lot.
Do they present anything offensively, that your defense has not seen yet this year?
I think, we've seen some good posts, but I don't think we've seen the size and strength and the depth that they have with Vaughn Bright and Ben Barton. Those two starting especially are they're both 6'5", both very good athletes, physical down low. We faced, 1 or 2 guys down there, but we haven't faced 2 guys at once, so that'll be a challenge.
Some of the pre-game comments of the Auburndale head coach, Chad Weinfurter, as we get set for Merriwood Conference Boys Basketball here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield. All right, so Oakley Wrench in the starting lineup for the Tigers, along with Teddy Redmond, Trent Heckel, Vaughn Bright, and Ben Barton. And for Auburndale, well, if your name doesn't start with a C, you don't get to play for the Auburndale Apaches.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is how it works.
Yep, Cooper, Kale, Kaysen, Colton, and Cameron, Weinfurter, Jacoby, Schmutzer, Yeski, and Ertl.
There you go.
All right. Auburndale in their home white uniforms with the royal blue lettering and numbers, and the Stratford Tigers in their black uniforms with white lettering and numbers outlined in orange and some orange trim on the uniforms as well. And we are set for a dandy here in the Merriwood South tonight on WOSQ. Vaughn Bright in center circle, and for Auburndale, Colton Yeski. And the opening tip goes to the Stratford Tigers, and they have it to our left as we watch the action here tonight at Auburndale High School. And so the Tigers set up in the half court to our left. Bright gets it on the right baseline, muscles his way to the rim, puts up a shot, no good. Barton gets the rebound, put back, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Jacoby, and CJ has it for the Auburndale Apaches, and they have their first possession to our right as we watch the action here at Auburndale High School tonight. So the Apaches now first time down with the ball, and see what they're able to do against this very stingy Tiger defense. Yeski on top. Near side, Schmutzer, Kaysen, right baseline, down low for Jacoby, shot partially blocked from the right baseline. Tigers grab the ball, they have it to our left, and a three from the far corner, in and out for Heckel, and the rebound grabbed by the Apaches, and they have it back to our right. Just underway, 1 minute gone by, still no score here at Auburndale tonight. Far wing to our right is Schmutzer. On top now for Ertl. Cam looking for something inside, and it's not there. Weinfurter and Schmutzer go through the motion of screening. Across the lane, still nothing open. Schmutzer now out near the 10-second line. Far wing for Ertl. Cam, left baseline drive to the glass and in for two. Cam Ertl with the first basket of the ball game, and the Apaches lead 2-0. Tigers now back to our left. Vaughn Bright on top. Guarded by Jacoby. Redmond on the near wing. Gets a screen from Bright. Trying to do a kind of a pick and roll. Vaughn Bright left baseline is in trouble. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Redmond on the near wing. And we've got a 3-second call against Heckel in the lane for the Tigers. Auburndale will get it back on the Tiger turnover. 2 minutes gone by. 2-0. Talk about two heavyweights kind of feeling each other out a little bit. That's kind of what it seems like here in the opening moments of this game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of fire from either side, quite frankly.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet, but hopefully we get there. Auburndale has it to our right. Right baseline move. Jacoby got too deep, had to kick it out. A jumper from the near wing. It rattles in and out for Schmutzer. No good. Yeski had a putback attempt that would not go, and the Tigers grab the ball. They have it back to our left. Running at the rim is Wrench. Oakley no good on that shot. And then the rebound grabbed by Weinfurter, but he stepped on the end line, and the Tigers will get it right back. So Stratford will be inbounding from the baseline, and it will be Oakley Wrench to throw it in. And Wrench gets it out to Heckel on the right wing. He'll launch a three, no good. Rebound tipped out to Wrench. And the Tigers maintain possession. Barton on a charge. He put a shoulder on the right baseline into Schmutzer. And Kaysen draws the offensive foul as Ben put his shoulder down and charged in and gets called for the offensive foul.
That was a good call, Mike. As soon as the offensive player dips their shoulder like he did, they're making themselves vulnerable to that charge call. If he would have, gone into him not quite that much, it would have been a tougher call to make.
I mean, he made it pretty obvious.
Yeah, no, when you dip your shoulder like that, that is 100% like a dead giveaway. It's a charge.
Yeah, just like you did to me when you got here tonight, and you put that shoulder charge into me, and you're trying to demonstrate the offensive foul, and did it very well. I'm down to my playing weight again. Maybe that's why. All right, here we go. The Auburndale Apaches have it to our right. And Weinfurter to the left side, a three by Ertl. Cam short on that one. Rebound by Vaughn Bright. Vaughn's going to run the floor and steps through defenders. Blocked by Yeski. Colton says not on my watch and sends that one out of bounds as Bright attacked the rim to our left down the lane. Good play there. Good recovery, too, by Yeski. So now the Tigers will inbound. Chandler Schmidt has checked into the ball game for the Tigers. Redmond spinning into the lane. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Barton from the right side of the rim. Ben with the putback, and we're tied at 2. Have we really played 3.5 minutes and we have 4 points?
Yeah, it appears that way. And, you know, they look decent. It's just no shots have really been falling for either team thus far.
Auburndale attacking the rim. Right baseline floater by Schmutzer, no good, but Yeski there to clean it up. He gets the putback. And the Apaches lead 4-2. 4 minutes gone by. Tigers back to our left now. Chandler Schmidt on the right elbow. A lob in for Barton on the right baseline. Had the ball swatted away out near the 10-second line. Redmond tracks it down for Stratford. Gets it back for the Tigers. Back to the near side. Schmidt open for 3. And Chandler Schmidt off the Tiger bench knocks it down. And the Tigers lead by 1.
Let's see if that maybe, knocks the top off the basket for them because they need it.
Something has to happen here. And now there's a reach-in on Redmond against Schmutzer at the top of the key as the Apaches were setting up in the half court to our right. Barton will now come out. Paul Hooter will come in for the Tigers. Also in for Stratford, Lance Heidman into the ball game as well. So the Auburndale Apaches inbounding to our right. Cooper Weinfurter comes near side for Cam Ertl. Now Aaron Marth in for Auburndale, we should mention. Left side of the lane, they get it to Jacoby on top for Schmutzer. Now he comes to the right side. Marth right baseline and a dish in the lane to Jacoby. Marth with the assist. Jacoby attacks the front of the rim and gets in for 2. Auburndale back up by 1 at 6-5 with 5 minutes gone by.
Great ball movement by the Auburndale offense. Good to see that.
The Tigers get it to Bright on the right baseline. Vaughn leans in, turns, and shoots and scores from the right side. Vaughn Bright with a bucket, his first of the ball game. And the Tigers go back up by 1, and back and forth we go, and I'm sure that will be the case here tonight. On the other end, Schmutzer, a wide open path to the basket from the right side. He'll lay it in for 2. Auburndale back up by 1. Schmidt now on top for the Tigers to our left. Heidman on the right wing. Kicks it over to Schmidt in the near corner. Chandler dribbles out of there. Looking for Bright instead. A step back 3, short on that one. But a rebound by the Tigers. Hooter down low. Trying to get it back up to the rim, and there is a whistle and a foul on the play. So that's going to be on Aaron Marth, I believe, and Hooter at the line. And the first one is good for Paul Hooter, and that foul was on Aaron Marth, number 1 on Aaron. And the second shot is good. 2 for Hooter, and the Tigers back on top. Back and forth we go, 9-8 now.
Yep, they're finally getting, the top off the hoop, though, on both sides, so that's good to see.
All right, so the Apaches now to our right. Weinfurter on the near wing, guarded by Heidman. Hands it off to Ertl in the near corner, picked up by Schmidt. Now right baseline throw inside. Jacoby rotates from left to right and gets open. And Jacoby wide open for a basket. Auburndale back up Now Vaughn Bright on the left baseline leans in, spins past Jacoby toward the rim, and got fouled on the play. As Bright now will be up the line for Stratford, and that is another foul against the Apaches. So foul shots for Bright. That one off the front of the rim, no good. The foul was on Jacoby, number 1 on Kale. As Bright tries to tie the game at 10 here. And the second one is in and out, no good. Marth with the rebound for the Apaches, and they have it back to our right. With a
wide open.
1-point lead, and then the Stratford defense fell asleep.
They did.
Yeski snuck in behind him. Good look there to find the open man. And an easy bucket for Yeski. Auburndale by 3.
Stratford has a really disciplined defense, but there was just a big miscommunication there.
And now Chandler Schmidt hands it off to Vaughn Bright on the left baseline. Bright let it slip through his fingers and out of bounds. Turnover Tigers, and the Apaches get it back with 11:20 remaining in the first half. It's a 3-point Auburndale lead.
Stratford comes out with a man-to-man full press, and I think what they're going to try and do is trap when they can and if they can, so we'll see what they do with that.
Keep an eye on that. Here are the Apaches in the half court to our right. 7 minutes gone by in the opening half. Ertl on top, left wing for Weinfurter. Steps up, has the ball knocked away, and stolen by Heckel. Trent up the far sideline, back to our left, lobs it in down low for Bright. Muscles his way to the rim, no good, but there is a whistle and a foul on that play as the Tigers get back to the line once again. And Yeski's going to pick up the foul, number 1, on Colton Yeski, team 3rd. So the first one here by Bright, and again off the front of the rim. He is 0 for 3 at the line tonight.
He's just coming up a little bit short on those free throws. Maybe I don't know if he lifted his legs yesterday or what the deal is, but he's just, I mean, you can tell, almost every one have just been short.
Barton and Wrench back in for the Tigers, and Hooter and Heidman will come out. And the second one here, now that one too strong, and he went over the line anyway.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's now in his head.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated. I feel him. Sometimes free throws are so easy that they're hard. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things.
He's a likely candidate for the Shack attack.
Yeah. Oh gosh, no one will be up to that standard.
No one could be that bad.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Here are the Apaches now. They have it to our right with a 3-point lead. That might be enough to win it.
By this rate, yeah, I think so.
Auburndale has it to our right now. Inside for Yeski, and Bright tried to deny him the pass, and there's a whistle on the play. That might be one on Vaughn Bright.
I don't like that call, Mike, because that wasn't that guy's call. It was the lower guy's call, and that's one of my frustrations as a former player, is when one ref makes the call of another ref's area or spot, and I think from where he was standing it might have looked like a foul, but the down ref had the best look at it and he didn't blow his whistle, so I don't like that call.
All right, Bright gets called, and now the Apaches inbound baseline, and then find Jacoby wide open again under the basket. The Tigers interior defense struggling, and now the Tigers on the other end. A 3 from the near corner by Trent Heckel is no good. A quick shot in the possession. Auburndale grabs the rebound, and the Apaches have it back to our right with a 5-point lead and 10 to play in the half. And now another jumper from the right side of the lane for Jacoby. Had a clean look at the rim, could not get it to drop in. Tigers grab the ball, race to the other end. Redmond runner at the rim in the lane, no good. Barton with the putback attempt. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Hooter, no good. And then the ball will go out of bounds to Auburndale. So the Tigers come up empty once again on that possession, and the Tigers want a timeout with 9:43 remaining in the half. We'll take it with them. Quick timeout, and back to Auburndale in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
NCUA.
Alongside Kerry Gillespie and our producer Ben Brecht, I'm Mike Warren back here at Auburndale. The Apaches carry with a 5-point lead so far.
Yeah, they look good. You know, I'm impressed with how they're doing. There's a couple of things they need to clean up, but I think they're doing really well.
All right, so the Apaches coming out of the timeout by Stratford. They have the ball to our right. And Cameron Ertl up top for Yeski. Now Weinfurter gets it to Carter Wilcott on the left wing. Wilcott open three from the far corner. Too strong, no good. And Ben Barton grabs the rebound for the Tigers. And they have it back to our left. Chandler Schmidt on the right elbow, guarded by Wilcott. Schmidt drives in, tries to get it to Barton on the left block. The ball tipped out of bounds by the Apache defense. And the Tigers will inbound baseline with 9:08 remaining in the first half. It is a 5-point Auburndale lead. So the Tigers will inbound. Oakley Wrench throws it up to Teddy Redmond between the circles to our left. Redmond now. Pull-up jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound grabbed by Cale Jacoby. Another missed opportunity by the Tigers. And the Apaches back to front court right. Weinfurter hands to Ertl. Up top now for Jacoby, near side for Weinfurter. Right block for Yeski. Try to get it to the left block for Jacoby, tipped away and stolen by the Tigers. Schmidt now on the right elbow to our left. To Barton on the right baseline. Ben kicks it out for Wrench on the left wing. Oakley misses a three, and the rebound grabbed by Colton Yeski, and the Apaches get it right back. Wilcott on the near wing on top for Jacoby, and now Ertl steps out for it, guarded by Wrench. Right block for Jacoby. He'll try to fight through a double team. Gets off a tough shot that's partially blocked. Tigers knock that one down and grab the loose ball. And back to our left they go. Redmond attacks the lane. Kicks it to Schmidt in the near corner. Chandler with a three. No good. And Yeski with a rebound. Outlet to Weinfurter up the near sideline. Back to our right come the Apaches. Wilcott now gets it over to Ertl in the far corner to our right. Ertl hands it off to Yeski in the far corner, guarded by Barton. Yeski now back over to Wilcott on the left wing to our right. Wilcott comes to Weinfurter on the right side. Now Ertl down low for Jacoby. He'll kick it out to Wilcott on the left wing. Back to Jacoby right baseline. Tries to get it over to Wilcott on the left baseline. Wilcott fell down and then hit the end line with the ball, and it will be out of bounds to the Tigers with 7:17 to go in the half.
2 unnecessary turnovers back-to-back for Auburndale. Those are the kind of things that they're going to need to clean up. I mean, they're doing well in this game, but with a good team like that, those kind of things can really come back to bite you in the butt towards the end of the game.
All right, see how Stratford, if they can take advantage now of the Auburndale turnover. A lob inside for Barton, tipped away by Yeski. And the Apaches are really doing a good job defensively on Ben Barton. Now on the other end, a reverse layup by Yeski, and not even close on that one. But now
getting a little sloppy here.
An errant pass by the Tigers going back the other way, picked off by Schmutzer. And you're right.
I think they're both trying to up the tempo, but you got to be smart about it. You don't want to be, throwing the ball away.
All right, so now Weinfurter hands to Yeski on the right baseline. He'll get it back to Schmutzer on the near wing. Back up top for Wilcott, picked up by Schmidt. Back to the near side. Schmutzer has it, trying to drive past Heckel, and now a pull-up jumper on the right baseline. No good. Short on that one. Tiger rebound. Schmidt has it back to our left for Stratford. Hands to Barton, and now Heckel on the right side. He'll drive and kick to Schmidt in the near corner. Schmidt, a little runner down the left baseline, puts up a floater. No good. Yeski with the rebound. Stratford denied again. Auburndale back to our right. 6 minutes to go in the half. Schmutzer, top of the key. Left wing Wilcott, picked up by Chandler Schmidt. Wilcott had it knocked away by Schmidt. Carter gets it back. Left side, Jacoby now, guarded by Vaughn Bright. Back on top for Schmutzer. Near side, Wilcott. Right baseline, Yeski. Colton trying to spin in and shoot over Barton. Trying to make a pass up top. Ball tipped around. Grabbed by Auburndale. Wilcott takes a run at the rim down the lane. Puts up a shot, no good, but there was a whistle. And I believe a Tiger foul. And that wasn't Wilcott. It's going to be Cale Jacoby at the line.
I think they kind of lucked out on that one because that was about to be a turnover. It just ended up, falling into Auburndale's hands, and they're getting a foul out of it. But that was about to be another turnover.
And the foul shot by Cale Jacoby rolls in. And the foul was on Barton, his second. He'll come out of the ball game now. And here comes Paul Hooter back into the Tiger lineup. Schmidt will check out. And Brandon Ackley into the ball game now for Stratford. Meanwhile, Jacoby at the line. The second one is good. 8 points for Cale Jacoby, and now the Apaches have built a 7-point lead with 5.5 remaining. The Tigers' scoring drought has lasted for quite a while here.
Yeah, they've been getting some good looks. They just really haven't been able to connect on them.
Tigers have it back to our left now. Vaughn Bright up top. Gets it to Ackley on the near wing. Ackley left baseline trying to spin in. Puts up a shot, and Ackley connects. There's a big shot for the Tigers. They needed something to pull back to within 5 with 5 to play. Apaches back to our right now, and they've got Fletcher Rabb in the ball game for the first time tonight. Schmutzer up top for Rabb now. He's guarded by Oakley Wrench. Ertl up top. Left side, Schmutzer. Kaysen hands to Yeski in that far corner. They swing it back out up top for Ertl. Back to the far corner for Rabb. Rabb will get it to Ertl. We should mention that this Auburndale team is still playing without Colton Wright tonight. He's still injured.
What's he injured with, Mike? Tell us.
I am not sure.
Okay.
He is injured with some kind of injury.
Oh, there you go.
That he sustained while playing basketball. That's all we know at this point.
There we go.
We've got our full investigative team on it, though. I probably should have asked the coach that.
That's all right. We'll get to the bottom of it.
We'll find out. Here's a 3 by Auburndale from the top for Schmutzer. Kaysen no good on that one. Tigers get it back to our left now. Bright on the right baseline. Steps right around. Jacoby puts it in. The and one. And the foul. And Vaughn Bright with a chance for a 3-point play for the Tigers. Just what the doctor ordered there. And now it's a 3-point, 1-possession ball game.
Yeah, when Stratford gets the ball inside, they really, that's when they're thriving. They're getting to the line. They're getting their big guys involved. And they really are. They're bigger than Auburndale, so they really need to capitalize on that. They need to take advantage of their size and continue to do that because that's when they score points.
So the free throw there, Vaughn Bright knocked one down. Now 1 of 5 had gone 0 for 4 to start the ball game, but a big 3-point play, and just like that, it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah. How quickly it turns around. Here
we come with the Apaches back to our right. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Apaches have it to our right, leading by 2. Very tight ball game. Ertl on the left side. Marth back in there now. They swing it around to Yeski on the right block. Marth on the left block. He'll kick it back on top for Cam Ertl between the circles. Ertl now comes near side for Schmutzer. Kaysen goes right baseline. Blocked by Heckel. And Trent, I think with the block on the play, he'll pick up a foul.
Yeah, you gave him a little kind of shove. Anytime your hands come down like that, it's a dead giveaway. That's the kind of stuff they're looking for. Just with the shoulder, with the charge, anytime the hands come down when someone's moving to the basket like that, it's a dead giveaway for a blocking foul.
All right, so that will put Schmutzer at the line for a 1-and-1. And the first one is good. That was the 7th team foul against the Tigers. Number 1 on Trent Heckel. First foul shot was good. Second one by Kaysen, no good. Vaughn Bright with the rebound. And the Tigers have it back to our left, down by 3. Still a one-possession game here with 3:20 remaining in the half. Bright will pull up for 3, short. Rebound, Schmutzer. He's got it back to our right for the Apaches up the near sideline for Cam Ertl. Ertl back to Schmutzer. Schmutzer dribbles into the lane, kicks it over to Cooper Weinfurter on the left wing, guarded by Teddy Redmond, who's back into the ball game.
Cooper's one of their leading scorers, but he's been really quiet tonight. I don't know if we've said his name even at all.
Has not scored yet tonight. Meanwhile, a long 2 by Schmutzer, partially blocked. Auburndale gets it back, and Yeski gets it to Schmutzer. Kaysen takes it down the lane to the front of the rim and puts it in for 2. Auburndale back up by 5 with 2.5 remaining. Tigers back to our left now. Lance Heidman hands it to Redmond. And Redmond traveled with the ball. Boy, and just some of their spacing has been a little off tonight.
Yeah, you know, Stratford, they really need to get the ball inside, but they do this kind of penetration and kick the ball out, which is good. I mean, that's basic basketball fundamentals there, but every once in a while they just get a little too smushed on like one side of the floor, and it really is creating problems for them and their spacing, as you said.
All right, so the Apaches get it back now after the Tiger turnover on the travel. Weinfurter, left baseline for Marth. Aaron kicks it back on top for Cam Ertl. Yeski on the right baseline. And trying to attack the rim, gets a double team. Will hand it off to Schmutzer in the near corner. Back to Yeski and on top for Ertl. Weinfurter on the left wing, guarded by Heidman. Weinfurter trying to drive in, cut off. Kicks it out to Marth. Top of the key, Ertl for 3. No good. Heidman with the rebound. Outlet for Oakley Wrench. Up to Schmidt, up the left sideline to our left. He'll kick it to Heidman in the far corner. Heidman right baseline drive. He'll kick it over to Wrench in the near corner. Oakley fires a 3. No good. Rebound grabbed by Marth. Aaron lost the ball on the baseline. Out of bounds to Stratford with 90 seconds in the half. So the Tigers will inbound baseline, down by 5 with 90 seconds to go. Wrench will inbound. Throws it to Heidman. Right wing 3. No good. Bright with the rebound. Up. No good again from under the basket. He got really deep down there and didn't have a clear shot at the rim. And the Apaches grab the ball. They have it back to our right. Now it's tipped away and stolen by Bright. Vaughn on the run out to the other end. Blocked from behind by Schmutzer as Bright went up for the shot. There was a lot of contact, and then there was a whistle and a foul and some kind of illegal basketball maneuver by Kaysen Schmutzer.
That was a definite foul, you know, breakaway. And
you can't give him the layup, can you?
I mean, you could, but he's not doing well from the lines. So if you have a foul to give, foul him and see if he can make it, you know. I mean,
Hackabright.
He's really struggling from the line, and he keeps crossing like that.
He missed it.
Yeah, he's missing short again. I mean, he's just, I don't know if that's typical for him. I might look at some stats and see what we got, but he's really struggling at the line.
So Bright missed the first one. The foul was on Schmutzer, his first. And the second one is no good. He missed them both. He is 1 for 7 tonight from the line, and Vaughn Bright free throw shooting 59%. All right. Well, he's not shooting 59% tonight.
Yeah, he's not.
Auburndale missed a shot on their end of the floor. Long rebound out to Schmidt, and Chandler races down to the other end and lays it in for 2. A big bucket there by Stratford to make it a one-possession game. 30 seconds to go before half. Carey's going to go and get in position to catch one of the coaches here going into the locker room at the halftime break. Auburndale has it to our right. 15 seconds to go. Auburndale will hold for one final shot here. Weinfurter, top of the key with 7, guarded by Bright. Weinfurter trying to get to the rim. Left baseline jumper, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds as time expires on the first half here tonight. 19-16 our halftime score. Auburndale leading the Stratford Tigers by 3 here tonight in Merriwood Conference basketball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ. Spencer Marshfield, Carrie Gillespie with us. She's down courtside. She's with Chad Weinfurter, the Auburndale coach. Chad, take it away.
Coach, decent half of basketball there. You're still in the game. Of course, you're winning, which is good. But what are you going in telling your guys at halftime?
We got to take better shots, take care of the ball better. Defensively, we couldn't have played probably much better, holding them to 16 points as good as they are. But offensively, we got to do a better job of getting in rhythm shots.
Yeah, no, definitely. Their big guys are a strong suit for them. They have a lot of power down there. What kind of scheme are you going into for the next half to try to contain them?
A lot of praying. All
right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, Carrie. And it might take that and then some to beat the Stratford Tigers here tonight. But Auburndale with a 3-point lead here at the halftime break. 19-16, Auburndale by 3 in this big one in the Merriwood South here tonight on WOSQ. Glad you're with us. And let's see, we should pass this halftime score along. The Marshfield Tiger girls basketball team and Wausau West tonight tied at 31 at the halftime break in their contest tonight. So that's a tight one in that ball game. We got a tight one here in Auburndale. 19-16 our halftime score. And stay with us. More from Auburndale after this.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
You'll be ready for
that was
it.
a good report.
Hi, I'm Eric Stratford.
You still got it.
Youngstown Booster Club.
And I recorded it.
Athletic team, sportsmanship, participation.
That can go on your reel.
Through membership dues, donations, raffles, spirit merchandising sales, concessions.
Nasonville Dairy, family-owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses.
Time flip phone user, and he has finally converted, so hallelujah.
It's been about a year and a half.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm still getting used to the size of this thing. Oh my gosh. All right, here at the halftime break, it's a one-possession game, 19-16. What were your impressions of that first half here tonight?
You know, it was a slow start for both teams. You know, we went a couple minutes where we really didn't have any points on the board, maybe a basket or two, but Coach Weinfurter kind of talked about it in his halftime interview. They need to be a little more selective. Auburndale needs to be a little more selective with their shots. There were times when they kind of made some passes that were forced, and they had some turnovers that were really unnecessary, and just it was nothing by Stratford's defense. It was just Auburndale kind of being a little careless with the ball, and those are the kind of things that you can't do that against good teams. I mean, that's going to come back to hurt you, you know, down the stretch. So they need to, you know, get a little better shot selection and take care of the ball a little better. I mean, their defense has been decent. It's more on their offensive end where I'm seeing some things they need to clean up. Also, Cooper Weinfurter, who's their leading scorer, I don't think he's scored today.
No.
And
not yet.
Yeah, so I mean, he needs to get in the game a little bit more, and I don't want him forcing anything, but you know, he's a big part of their offense. So hopefully he can get something going in the second half.
All right, let's take a look at the leading scorers in this ball game. Cale Jacoby leading the Auburndale Apaches with 8. 5 for Kaysen Schmutzer. You're fine. No, he's fine. 5 for Kaysen Schmutzer, 4 for Colton Yeski, and 2 for Cam Ertl.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you're right, Weinfurter, a glaring stat, nothing.
I mean, like I said, he's their leading scorer. He's averaging 15, almost 16 points a game. So the fact that he was held scoreless, and you know what? He didn't take many shots though either. So it's not like he's.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're just really keen on him or what it is, but I mean, he's not really cold or anything. He just hasn't even really taken that many shots. So.
Tigers being led by Vaughn Bright and Chandler Schmidt, each with 5. Bright 1 for 7 from the foul line.
He could have, I was going to say he could have way more points, but he's struggling at that free throw line. And again, that's one of those things that could come back to bite them in the butt down the stretch. I mean, we could get down to a 2-point game, and all of a sudden it's like if we had those free throws, you know.
Coach Sisson always said every game, every close game at least, won or lost at the free throw line.
Yeah, and it's so true. It's like I said, sometimes it's so simple that it gets in your head and it's hard.
It's just remarkable that I remembered anything that the coach said. So
it's very true.
Yeah, 5 points for Schmidt off a 3 and then a 2-point shot. And then 2 points apiece for Ben Barton, Brandon Ackley, and Paul Hooter, and that's it. 2 starters have 7 points for the Tigers. Wrench, Redmond, and Heckel, 3 of their 5 starters haven't even scored in the ball game so far here tonight.
Yeah, which is just, it's abnormal. I mean, they got to get something going. I think that their shots haven't been falling again. They need to get the ball inside to their big guys if they're going to have a chance at winning this game. They are obviously a little bit bigger than Auburndale when it comes to those positions inside. And they've had success when they've gotten the ball into those guys. They've gotten fouls, they've gotten to the line, and they've even, connected on some of them. So that's going to be a big need and strategy for them going forward as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's what I'd be telling them.
Sounds good. All right. 19-16 here at the halftime break, and I think Carey's going to go after Stratford coach Kurt Schmidt here to maybe get a couple of comments from the Stratford coach coming out of the locker room, so I think we'll stay on the air. And if Carey's ready, I think we will go down to Carey Gillespie now. She'll catch up with Kurt Schmidt. Carey, take it away.
Coach, decent to have a basketball there, but you guys you got some good shots, but you were failing to connect on them, and there's not really much you can do about that but keep shooting. What did you tell your guys at halftime?
We're fine. I mean, we shot 33% in the first half. That they got to eventually go in. We played really good defense, and now we just got to put the ball in the hole, and we've got to be confident at the free throw line. You're not going to win very many games shooting 33% from the free throw line. So they're working hard, they're playing hard. Now it's a matter of the ball starting to get through the hole.
Definitely. Your big guys are a big part of your game, and you've had success when you've gotten the ball into them. Are you going to focus on that more in the second half?
Well, we did it earlier. We're definitely going to try to, but this time we've told them they've got to make a quick move to the middle, draw them to the middle, and set up their drop steps.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Carey, for that sideline report. 3-point ball game, 1-possession game, 19-16. Auburndale on top, and second half action from Auburndale after this.
Here's another Tooth Truth from Dental Clinic of Marshfield.
To fight tooth decay,
all right, 90 here, Ben.
The foundation, dental
90 seconds, 90 seconds.
Dental sealants.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
500 customers in the food, beverage, dairy, pharmaceutical, and industrial markets. A&B Process Systems builds more than quality process systems. They build relationships. Check their website for career opportunities, www.abprocess.com. A&B Process Systems, Stratford.
All right, we are back here at Auburndale High School on WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield. Ben Brecht is producing and studio engineering our broadcast alongside Kerry Gillespie. I'm Mike Warren. And the Auburndale Apaches have the ball to our left as we start second half action here tonight at Auburndale High School on WOSQ. A tight three-point ball game. And right off the opening play, there is Cooper Weinfurter.
First bucket of the game.
Did not score in the entire first half for Auburndale, but a big bucket there, and from the left side of the basket, it was wide open.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he really needs to get going. He's a big part of their offense, so looking for that in the next half.
All right, let's see how the Tigers respond here. They have the ball to our right. Ben Barton in the lane, gets the ball and lost it. And now, I believe Schmidt. Yeah, Schmidt, was it Schmidt or Bright? Went after Jacoby, who grabbed the loose ball. And they call a jump ball and possession, Tigers. Big swing right there. Tigers get it right back, just underway, second half. Tigers have it to our right, down now by 5. Ben Barton, Teddy Redmond, Oakley Wrench, Vaughn Bright, Chandler Schmidt on the floor for the Tigers. Schmidt has it on the left wing and hands it off to Bright on the left baseline. Puts up a shot, no good, but a whistle and a foul. And is it 2 fouls if 2 refs call it at the same time?
I don't think so. I think that just justifies the fact that it really indeed was a foul. So,
you know, Bright does this thing where he's so kind of cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
And he's looking, you know, to make a pass as he's backing the guy in.
Yeah.
And then he'll just suddenly decide to go up strong with it, except from the foul line, and make it 1-for-8. Bright missed the first one.
I feel so bad for this kid, Mike. I really do.
No, it's really in his head.
It's tough. You have those nights, you know. I feel bad.
Foul was on Schmutzer, and now he went over the line again. It wouldn't count even if it did go in, but it didn't come close, and Bright really struggling. 59% foul shooter on the year is Vaughn Bright, and not tonight. 1-for-9.
Yeah, poor fella. You're just going to have those nights. It's just unfortunate.
So the Tigers come away with nothing there.
But that's something Auburndale needs to capitalize on, the fact that he's missing so many free throws. You know, that they need to capitalize on that.
And Cooper Weinfurter leans in from the right side. Open look, no good. Tigers with the rebound. They have it back to our right. Chandler Schmidt gets it to Redmond. Down low for Barton. No good, but a foul, and Barton will see if he can do better from the line.
Yeah, the big guys here again for Stratford. Like I said, they're going to be a key part of this game. And Coach Schmidt, he even said that, you know, that they are a big part of their offense, and that when they get the ball down there, they need to make a move quick and just be confident and go up strong.
Here's the foul shot by Barton. Well, he hit the back iron. No good for Ben Barton. 1-for-10.
No. The whole team?
I'm sorry, that's not right. 3-for-12.
Yeah. So the whole team, I mean, it's not even just one guy, the whole team.
And here's the second one by Barton. That goes in. They are 4-for-13 from the line so far tonight. But back to within 4. It's a 2-possession game still after all that. 90 seconds gone by here in the second half. Auburndale leading 21-17. And they have the ball to our left. Yeski down low on the left baseline. Puts up a shot after a little head fake on the defender, and he drew the foul, and Yeski will be at the line for the Apaches, something they only did twice in the first half. 4 free throws for Auburndale so far tonight.
Yeah, we're seeing, I mean, the first half was really court. So far we've seen this half, it's really with, you know, the fouls, the shooting fouls, and so forth, so it's definitely been a different tempo in this half.
And Chandler Schmidt picked up the foul as Yeski makes both free throws. He's got 6 points. That was number 1 on Schmidt. 2 minutes gone by, and now Auburndale with a 6-point lead. I'm doing math like Vaughn Bright is doing free throws tonight. Struggling.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know that percentage. Here's Vaughn Bright, left baseline move. Boy, nice strong move. His drop step around the defender.
It was a nice move. It just rattled out.
Is one of the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Barton grabbed the miss and then put it back up, and he's fouled again. And Barton right back to the line. All right, let's see if we can get this shooting percentage back up. First one here is good. Hey, there we go. So 5 for 14 now. Foul was on Cam Ertl, his second, and Barton made the second one. Both foul shots good. Barton 3 for 4 from the line. He's got 5 points in the ball game. Tigers back to within 4 after those foul shots. Auburndale has it back to our left now. And
oh boy.
Over and back. Cam Ertl tried to hand it off to Colton Yeski, and he dropped the ball, and it went into the backcourt, and the Tigers will get it on the over and back violation.
Stratford's really trying to put that pressure on the Auburndale offense. They're going into this full court kind of man-to-man at times, and they're even trying to trap when they can. So they're trying to put that pressure on Auburndale.
Tigers have it to our right. Oakley Wrench on the left wing to our right. Now Lance Heidman back to Wrench for 3 from the left wing, and Oakley Wrench with a big shot, his first of the ball game.
There's that trap that they're going to try and do.
And it's a 1-point ball game now with 3 minutes gone by in the second half, 23-22. Auburndale now lost the ball. Schmidt fighting with Jacoby for the ball, jump ball, as Schmutzer, I should say, dropped the ball. Jump ball belongs to the Apaches here. But
they're getting scrappy. Stratford's getting scrappy, which is good to see.
A little momentum shift here.
You can tell they're acting like they want it, which is good.
All right, the Apaches now, and away from the ball, we got a Stratford foul. I think a screen off the inbounds pass there, and that's going to be on Lance Heidman, number 1 on Lance. So the Apaches will inbound to our left, 23-22. Right baseline pass for Yeski, or for Jacoby, up strong with the ball, a whistle, and a foul down low. And if that's on Bright, yeah, number 2 on Vaughn. And Jacoby at the line for Auburndale. First one good.
Had more fouls in these first couple minutes of this half than we did in almost the entire first half. It's night and day.
And second one here by Jacoby. The other thing is Auburndale, that one no good. Rebound tip to Yeski though, and the Apaches now Weinfurter for 3 from the left wing, no good. Offensive rebound, Cam Ertl back up, no good. Oh, but Yeski catches it in the air, and the putback off the glass, no good, but another whistle and another Tiger foul. And that was a big offensive rebound for Auburndale right there.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, 2 back-to-back. They got 1 offensive rebound, didn't get the putback, and then got another one. So, I mean, those are key things right there.
And Yeski right back at the line. The first one is good. And what I was going to say before all that excitement, Auburndale doing a much better job shooting free throws tonight. And like you said, that could play a big key down the stretch in a very tight ball game.
I mean, it's a 3-point game, so it's the difference right now as why they're winning this game.
Second one by Yeski rolls in. He got them both. Auburndale 8 for 10 from the line as a team.
Yep.
And they stretch the lead back to 4. Tigers now to our right. Ben Barton in the lane, back on top for Oakley Wrench. Wrench now back inside for Barton. Barton now backing down. Jacoby puts up a shot from the right block, no good. Rebound Auburndale. Apaches get it back to our left now. Ertl up the far sideline to our left. gets it to Jacoby. On top for Kaysen Schmutzer now. And we've got a whistle, I believe, away from the ball here. And I believe Chandler Schmidt. Number 2 on Chandler Schmidt. Timeout on the floor. 4 minutes gone by. Auburndale by 4 will step away. And more basketball from Auburndale in just a moment.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
26-22, 4-point ball game. Boy, this one, Tigers are at least not letting them run away with it.
They're not. I mean, we knew this was going to be a good game. It's definitely lower scoring than maybe I would have thought, but we still have a lot of game to play. So we'll see, how it progresses from there.
All right, following the timeout, Auburndale has the ball to our left. 4 minutes, or just over 4 minutes gone by in this second half. Auburndale with a 4-point lead, 26-22. Cooper Weinfurter pull-up jumper at the foul line, no good. And Ben Barton with the board for the Tigers. And Stratford back to our right. Oakley Wrench hands it off to Schmidt on the right side. Schmidt pull-up jumper in the lane, and he knocks it down. And Chandler Schmidt, his third basket of the ball game. Now Auburndale back to our left. And a pass inside for Cale Jacoby, stolen by the Tigers. Oakley Wrench drives the lane, puts up a shot from the right side, no good. Rebound tipped around, grabbed by Cam Ertl. And Auburndale back to our left with 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's a 2-point ball game. Turnaround jumper in the lane for Schmutzer, no good. Rebound by Weinfurter, goes up strong with the ball and lots of traffic and gets knocked down and gets fouled on the play. So that one's going to go on Paul Hooter of Stratford. And did he get that?
He did.
He did. Cooper Weinfurter at the line. So Hooter's first personal foul. And now we've got subs for the Tigers. Brandon Ackley in there. And Hooter will come out. And who else we got? Heidman back in. Weinfurter's second foul shot is good. He got them both. He's got 4 points. And the Tiger lead now, or I should say the Auburndale lead over the Tigers, is back to 4. Stratford to our right, though. Heidman to Barton on the right block. Barton kicks it over to Heidman in the far corner for 3. No good.
They're going to need some of those to fall. I don't know what else to say. I mean, they're just, and that was a good look. It's just not falling.
Auburndale got the rebound. They have the ball to our left now. And Ertl on top, guarded by Heidman. Hands off to Colton Yeski. High post for Schmutzer. Schmutzer turns and shoots, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds to Auburndale. Stratford watched the ball go out of bounds, thinking it was last touched by the Apaches. It was not. Hit by a Stratford defender, and it will be Auburndale basketball. Weinfurter on the baseline for the Apaches. Throws it in to Jacoby. They get it to Schmutzer in the near corner, and now an offensive foul away from the ball, maybe on a screen or something.
Yeah, definitely on a screen.
Yeah, Weinfurter picks up the foul. By the way, the Columbus girls are at Spencer tonight in Eastern Clover Bell Conference girls basketball. Dons were leading the Rockets at the half 37-20. Tigers have it to our right now. Teddy Redmond on top to Heidman on the near wing, guarded by Weinfurter. Heidman gets a screen from Barton. Now the lob inside to Ben. He'll kick it out to the left wing, and the ball goes sailing out of bounds. Schmidt chased after it, and so did Redmond. Barton tried to kick it over to the left side, and he threw it right between Redmond and Schmidt into the third row.
Yeah, just one of those unnecessary turnovers. I mean, he had two guys around him, but just be strong with the ball, pivot, and make a good pass. You know, there's no excuse for that.
So Auburndale back to work on the offensive side. Turnaround jumper from the left baseline for Cale Jacoby. Rattles in and out, no good. Tigers grab another big defensive rebound. They have it back to our right. Teddy Redmond now. Pull-up jumper in the lane, off the glass, and no good. Rebound grabbed, though, by Ackley. Or no, Hooter. Paul Hooter grabs it and puts it up and in for two. And we're back to a two-point ball game. And now a foul in transition as the Apaches were taking the ball from the backcourt to the front court. And Teddy Redmond reaches in on Cooper Weinfurter. And now that will be 17 fouls, a 1-and-1 for Auburndale.
Not a smart foul. I mean, he was 3/4 of the way, you know, away from the basket. And when they're in bonus like that, just not a smart foul at all.
And so Cooper at the line. The front end of a 1-and-1 is good. He will get the bonus toss. And that was Teddy's second foul tonight. Second one by Coop, and that one goes in. 4 for 4 from the line. 2 more points for the Apaches. And with 11 minutes left in regulation, Auburndale leading Stratford 30-24. Boy, Auburndale beats Marathon in double overtime.
Yeah.
Stratford beats, or I should say Marathon beats Stratford.
But Auburndale has beat Stratford, correct?
So, no, they haven't played yet.
Oh, okay.
So what's going to happen in this one tonight is anybody's guess.
Yeah.
Have they played? No, they have not. Oh, Teddy Redmond!
With a three-pointer.
Strokes.
They needed that.
A three from downtown. His first basket of the game.
Yeah.
And now the Tigers back to within 1.
He's one of those that's had some good looks but just hasn't been able to get them to fall. So it's good to see him connect on that.
Auburndale back to our left. Their lead now down to 1. Jacoby on the left baseline kicks it over to Carter Wilcott, who's checked in for Auburndale. On the right wing, he'll give it to Ertl over there. Now Cooper Weinfurter comes over for it, and a foul by the Tigers, and that's Heidman reaching in.
Again, I just don't think that's, I don't know. He's being aggressive. I think that's good, but just not a good foul when they're in this kind of position. They're in bonus. They're about to be in double bonus here and another foul or two, and it puts them at the line, and Cooper has been fantastic at the line, so it's almost guaranteed that you're putting points on the board when that was not even a shooting situation. I mean, just not smart fouls.
Front end of a 1-and-1 is good. He's 5 for 5 tonight, shooting 81% from the line this season so far. He was 42 of 52 coming in. Here's the second one. That one is good. He's 6 for 6 tonight. He's got 8 points, and he's got Auburndale out in front by 3 with 10 to play. Tigers now back to our right. Redmond on the left wing to our right. Redmond drives and then kicks it to the near side for Oakley Wrench. Back to Teddy. Oh, 3 ball from the top. Teddy Redmond knocking it down. His second 3 of the ball game, and we are tied at 32 with 9:45 to go. And we have a ball game.
We knew it was going to be intense. Here we have it.
Now Weinfurter, dribble drive into the lane, tripped up and fouled, and guess who's back at the line? Mr. 6 for 6, Cooper Weinfurter, back to the foul line once again.
I don't know why they keep doing this. Again, it was a foul where he was not even shooting. I mean, he was pretty far away from the basket yet. And, you know, you're putting him at the line. You're basically, you know, as we've seen, 6 for 6, you're almost guaranteed you're putting points on the board for the other team. I'm disappointed in their discipline. You should be more disciplined than that, I feel like.
And the foul was on Lance Heidman, his third. Second one here by Weinfurter. He got them both again. 8 for 8 from the line. 10 points in the game. Auburndale back up by 2. Tigers back to our right. Chandler Schmidt in the high post. Tried to make a pass. Knocked away and stolen by Carter Wilcott. Good defense there by Carter. And the Apaches get it back. Wilcott on the near wing. Now right side for Kason Schmutzer. Back up top now for Wilcott to Weinfurter. Fakes a 3, steps up, a long 2, airballed it to Barton, who was waiting for it in front of the basket. And the Tigers back to our right. Redmond down the left wing, guarded by Schmutzer. Redmond drives in, tries to hand it off to Vaughn Bright. Ball tipped away, out of bounds by Auburndale. And the Tigers will inbound on the baseline with just under 9 to go. All right, so the Tigers have it on the baseline. Oakley Wrench will throw it into Barton under the basket. Goes up strong against Colton Yeske and draws the foul. And Ben Barton will be back at the line for the third time tonight. He's 3 for 4 from the line. And Yeske picks up his third personal foul. And the first one by Barton, no good. See how he does on this one here. Got that one to go in. 1 of 2 there for Barton. A 1-point ball game. Auburndale to our left now. They have the ball. Tigers trying to put on the half-court trap.
Yeah, they are. Auburndale's going to need to be careful with
Here
the ball
it comes. The Apaches don't look ready for it. Oh! Cooper Weinfurter says they'll split the defenders and get right to the left side of the rim and put one in for 2. And Auburndale by 3. Schmidt now goes for the tie. On the other end, a 3-pointer from the near wing is woefully off the mark. And may have been partially blocked, though. Auburndale back to our left. Yeske right baseline to Marth in the lane. Back to Yeske. Oh, a ball fake on Chandler Schmidt. And then Yeske goes right by him and puts it in for 2.
Good ball movement between the big guys there. Good to see that.
And now the Tigers want a timeout. 8:07 left in the ball game. Tigers down by 5. And more basketball from Auburndale in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Go Tigers!
All right, the Tigers are down by 5 with 8:07 remaining in regulation alongside Kerry Gillespie. And our producer, Ben Brecht, I'm Mike Warren. Big one in the Merriwood tonight. Tigers down by 5 with the ball to our right. 8:05 remaining in regulation here at Auburndale tonight. Chandler Schmidt drives the lane, kicks it over to Oakley Wrench on the left wing to Teddy Redmond, back to Wrench. Lob inside for Vaughn Bright on the left block. Trying to back down Yeske, shoots over him, and no good, but there is a whistle and a foul, and Vaughn Bright is back at the free throw line with 7:49 left in regulation time. Vaughn tonight, 1 of 9 from the floor, or the
free throw line.
Yep.
I got my fingers crossed for him. I really wanted to hit
Here's
this.
the first one, and it's no good. He crosses the line every single time. He leans forward when he shoots, and he always ends up in the lane before the ball is through.
Oh, goodness.
So they'll wave that one off. And he'll get one more. Here's the second one. That one, no good. Aaron Marth with the rebound for Auburndale. So Vaughn Bright now, 1 for 11. Auburndale back to our left. Cooper Weinfurter makes a pass to the right. Blocked down low. Jacoby, a little kiss off the glass and in for 2 more. CJ has 11, and the Apaches have built a 7-point lead. Now the Tigers on the attack to our right. Redmond down the lane and gets fouled on dribble penetration there. And Redmond will be at the line for the Tigers shooting 2. Foul was on Cale Jacoby, number 3 on Cale. So now Redmond at the line. That one in and out, no good. My goodness. You know, as a team, what are they shooting from the foul line?
No, that's 3-pointer. So 56?
Yeah, 56%.
So it's not great, but I mean, they're less than that tonight, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, they are. Redmond missed the second one. 7, here they are. 12, 14, 7 for 20.
Yeah.
What is that, 30%?
Yeah, not good.
All right, here come the Apaches. Back to our left with the ball, and a 7-point lead in a game like this. That's a huge lead.
Yeah, they definitely have the momentum.
And now here's Cam Ertl trying to drive past Paul Hooter, and a whistle and a foul on, I believe that was Hooter, and now Ertl will be at the line for the Apaches.
It was on Schmidt.
Chandler Schmidt picks up the foul. Okay, that's number 3 on Chandler, and it's let's see here, double bonus, 2 shots, and Ertl no good on his first foul shot of the night.
Again, I mentioned it before, but Schmidt, he put as soon as the offensive person drives to the basket as a defender, as soon as you put your hands down, it's almost a dead giveaway call for the official, and that's what he did. So, I mean, it's just one of those telltale signs they always look for, so you're going to get called for that every time.
All right, so Ertl, the second one here. That one no good. Vaughn Bright with the rebound. The Tigers have it down by 7. Back to our right we come. 40-33, tight ball game. Oakley Wrench has it near side for Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles into the lane, kicks it to Wrench in the far corner. Looks at a 3, but pulls it down. Wrench inside for Vaughn Bright. Back to Wrench. A little give and go, but Wrench missed it. Too strong off the glass. Auburndale grabs the rebound, and the Apaches have it back to our left. 6.5 remaining now in regulation time. Tigers trying to put on the half-court trap here. And a steal by Heidman. Lance on the breakout. Lance, a finger roll.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
That was a bad call. That was a bad call. His feet were not set. That was a bad call.
They are going to get Heidman with an offensive foul. And somebody for Auburndale got back and set their feet. Heidman went in for the layup, and he got called for the offensive foul.
But they didn't set their feet. That was a bad call. It was a really bad call.
And that's number 4 on Lance Heidman. Oh, wow. A big call right there.
It was.
As Auburndale now takes a quick timeout. And Kerry, you saw, I was watching the shot, or the ball, not so much the defender.
Yeah.
What did you see?
So an offensive foul, it can be an offensive foul if the defensive person, if their feet are set. That means their feet are not moving. If their feet are moving, it can't be an offensive foul. They're still in the act of moving. It was a fast break. I mean, there's no way. I mean, his feet were not set. No way, not even close. I mean, I just think that's a blatant, really bad call. And it might come back to hurt them a little bit down the stretch. Just a bad call.
Well, not only that, one of your bench players now has 4 fouls.
Exactly.
Keep in mind, Chandler Schmidt has 3 fouls, and so a little concern there.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Following the timeout, Auburndale has the ball to our left, down to 6:10 remaining in regulation time. Auburndale by 7. So at what point, Kerry, in your Pittsville days, when Coach Denniston was down by 7 with 6 to play, I mean, is it too early to At what point do you hit the panic button when you're down?
Well, I don't think you panic yet. There's 6 minutes left. You need to be aggressive. I think aggressiveness kicks up, but don't panic yet.
All right, Auburndale, good ball movement. Kason Schmutzer with a clean look at the rim from the right side of the lane, and he just put it in for 2, and 7 becomes 9. Now on the other end, Oakley Wrench misses a 3 from the right wing that goes out of bounds to Auburndale, and the Apaches riding a wave of momentum right here late in the second half.
And I don't think you panic. I mean, it's less than 10 points, 9 points. You need to score, so I wouldn't exactly say just fiddle around on offense, get good shots, but I wouldn't panic yet.
Too soon to take some of the air out of the
opinion.
ball right here.
In my opinion, yeah.
A steal by Stratford. Auburndale was trying to set up in the half court, and the Tigers stole the ball. They have it back to our left now. Chandler Schmidt, top of the key. Now, Auburndale, if you notice, they've gone to a zone here a little bit, haven't they? 2-3?
I don't think so.
Schmidt in the near corner for 3! Oh, Chandler Schmidt with a big shot from downtown. His second of the night. He's got 10, and now it's a 2-possession game.
See, that's why you don't panic.
All right.
Mike, good thing you're not the coach.
Good thing. And now Auburndale attacks on the other end. Ball stripped away from Jacoby. The Tigers get it right back. 4.5 remaining. Tigers now trying to make a move. Here's Vaughn Bright, attacks the rim down the lane. And Bright gets fouled on a little dribble penetration. And here come the Tigers. This was a 9-point game. And now it's 6 with Bright at the line. Shooting 1 for 11 from the line tonight. And the foul was on, let's see here, Schmutzer. First one by Bright, goes in, but he crossed over the line again. He made it, but he always does this thing where he falls forward, sort of like a pitcher that falls forward throwing the ball off the mound or something. I mean, he just does this thing where he falls forward and steps into the lane before the ball is through, which you can't do.
You can't step into the lane until the ball hits the rim. I mean, it's not.
And now the second one is no good.
Until the ball's released, I'm sorry.
And now we've got, okay, a lane violation now on Jacoby. So, or was it a rebounding foul on Jacoby?
It must have been a foul because they're back at the line.
Because now Barton is going to the line. Nope, I was going to say Vaughn Bright. So it wasn't a foul.
They're trying to pull a switcheroo.
Yeah, it was a. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Bright said, "No, you shoot him."
Yeah.
So Jacoby, a lane violation. Bright will get a redo on the second one, and no, wave it off. He stepped over the line again. He made that. Every time he's made it, except for once,
yeah,
he's committed a lane violation. He's made 4 free throws, only one of them has counted.
Yeah, that was closer. I thought that time he was safe.
It was close, but
he's safer, but he's still. You're right. As he shoots, he takes his momentum forward. He needs to just come up on his toes and come back down.
He needs to follow through with his arm, not nothing to do with his legs. So nothing there for Vaughn Bright.
Tough night for him.
And so the struggles continue, and now the Apaches are going to try to take. They're going 4 corners here. They're going to try to take some air out of the ball, and the Tigers foul as Schmutzer has it, and the Tigers go for the half-court trap, but a foul on the near wing to our left with 4:09 remaining in regulation here. And that's going to put Schmutzer at the line for Auburndale. And it was Redmond with the foul. And no good on the first one by Kason Schmutzer. He'll get one more here. 6-point lead for Auburndale. 4:09 remaining. Second free throw is good. Kaysen tonight 2 of 4 from the line. He's got 8 points, 43-37. Auburndale by 7. Tigers now have it to our right. Vaughn Bright attacks the rim. The right baseline move and right to the front of the rim for Vaughn Bright. And a big basket there by the Tigers, 43-38.
Stratford in a full court 1-3-1, trying to trap on those corners there, trying to get a turnover here. They do need the ball back.
All right, here come the Apaches. They have the ball to our left. And Schmutzer on the far wing gets it to Ertl. Back to Schmutzer now. Ball poked away by Schmidt. Bright went for it. The ball got free, and Schmutzer tried to get it back, and he lost it into the backcourt. It went flying out of the other end of the gym just about. Out of bounds to the Tigers. So Chandler Schmidt will inbound baseline, front court right for the Tigers, and they have it with 3.5 remaining. Redmond now top of the key. Hands to Heidman on the near wing. Heidman trying to drive in. It's not there. They swing it over to Redmond on the left wing. Cooper Weinferter poked it away and out of bounds to the Tigers. Redmond now on the baseline. Throws it, or on the sideline, throws it into Schmidt. Teddy gets it right back on the left wing. Teddy now in the lane, kicks it to Heidman in the near corner for 3. Oh, Lance Heidman, a big shot right there. His first basket of the game, and it's a big one. It's a 2-point ball game with 3 minutes to go in regulation time. Apaches back to our left now.
Stratford staying in that 1-3-1 in the half court, still trying to get that trapping going.
Weinferter down the lane to the front of the rim, and the basket is good for Weinferter. And the Tigers have it back to our right, now down by 4. That 9-point lead is gone. Redmond to Heidman again for 3 in the near corner. No good. Ertl with the rebound for Auburndale. Outlet to Weinferter up the center of the floor back to our left. Now Weinferter lost the ball at the timeline. Into the backcourt. It's going to be over and back. The ball got knocked away, I believe, by Redmond. Weinferter must have touched it as he went diving for it into the backcourt. And the Apaches will turn it over here with 2:22 remaining.
You know, that's what that trap is really meant to do. It's just meant to fluster them, I mean, and kind of get them, you know, just back on their heels a little bit, and that's exactly what it did.
So the Tigers have the ball to our right, down by 4. Bright for 3. Got it! Oh, baby! Vaughn Bright can't hit a free throw, but knocking it down from the top of the arc. And a big shot there for the Tigers. And it's a 1-point ball game with 2 to play here at Auburndale.
What a game.
Apaches back to our left. Their 9-point lead is long gone. It's a 1-point ball game. And now a tip by Bright and a steal. No, Weinferter races to the backcourt and beats Bright to the ball. Auburndale gets it back with 90 to play. Now Weinferter gets it to Ertl for 3. No good. Rebound Teddy Redmond. Now the ball got away from Redmond. And Auburndale grabs the loose ball. Auburndale to the rim. Basket good by Jacoby. The and one. Hoop. Harm, and a lead for Auburndale with 1:23 remaining, and Cale Jacoby will be at the line for the Apaches. Wow!
An intense couple of seconds there.
A big possession and a big shot right there, and now a foul. And was that on Barton?
I'm not sure yet. They're talking something over at the desk here. I'm not sure if they're having confusion with something.
I believe it was on Ben Barton. Yep, number 3 on Ben. So it is a 3-point ball game. Jacoby up the line. He got the basket, the and one. And here comes the free throw with 1:23 remaining. And the free throw is no good. And Chandler Schmidt with the rebound for the Tigers. A 1-possession, 3-point ball game with 1:15 to go. Redmond on top. Hands to Heidman. Now Schmidt on the near wing. Schmidt backs it out of there. Trying to get it inside for Barton. It's not there. Back on top for Redmond. Redmond now left side. Heidman for three in the tie. No good. Rebound grab by Weinfurter of Auburndale with under a minute to go. Auburndale with a 3-point lead and the ball front court to our left. Schmutzer now. Tigers really going after the ball, and now Auburndale, I believe, called a timeout with 44 seconds remaining in regulation time.
So Stratford right now, I don't know if you were going to ask me this, but I'm going to tell you what I think they should do.
What should they do?
They need to continue their pressure, and they need to get a steal pretty quickly here. I think their coach is going to be telling them, if you don't get a steal within the next, 20 seconds, maybe say, then you're going to need to foul ASAP, and you need to send them to the line and hope they miss those free throws so that you can get the ball back, and score. But the first thing they need to do is go hard and try and get the turnover, and I would say after about 20 seconds, if you don't get a turnover, you need to foul.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here with 44 seconds left in regulation. Auburndale leading Stratford 47-44. The Tigers lead the Merriwood South with Marathon at 6-1. Auburndale right there at 5-2, tied with Assumption. This would really knot things up in the Merriwood South if the Apaches hold on for the win.
They really would, yeah.
They inbound the ball, and Ertl has it on the near wing, and the ball knocked away by Teddy Redmond, out of bounds to Cam Ertl.
That might literally be the worst spot to throw the ball. He was right in that corner.
Yeah.
The double team was right there. I don't know why they threw him the ball, that poor kid.
All right, so the Apaches will inbound again. And again,
same spot.
They get it to Ertl up against the sideline here on the near wing. Ertl trying to get away from the defenders. They put the trap on him, and there was a whistle, and that time, I believe Ertl was fouled.
He was. They got lucky there because he was in a pickle once again.
He tried to step through the double team.
Which he did, which was good. I mean, that's what you need to do. When you're double teamed, you need to essentially split them, step through them, which is good.
And the foul shot, no good by Ertl, and he's now 0 for 3 from the line tonight. And the foul was on Ben Barton, number 4. Second foul shot by Ertl. That one is good, and it was a big one because it's a 4-point, 2-possession game.
So now Stratford needs a 3, and then they need to get the ball back. So they need to get off a 3 here pretty quickly.
Tigers have it. Chandler Schmidt for 3! Oh, baby! Chandler Schmidt from downtown with 24 seconds remaining. He has made it a 1-point ball game with 24 seconds on the clock, and Auburndale has seen their lead cut down to 1.
He might have heard me because I said they need to shoot a 3 pretty quick here, and within a second he had just pulled up and shot. I mean, he had to have had this internal clock that was telling him we need, because if they don't get a 3, then there's no point. You know what I mean? They need the ball back. They need 2 possessions.
The coach's son better know what to do in that position because he's been hearing about it since he was 9 months old.
Yeah, you can tell he has good court awareness. He has good, that natural knowledge of the game. So you can just tell he has that, which that's the type of person you want to have the ball in situations like this.
All right, so the Tigers are down by 1. It will be Auburndale basketball with 24 seconds left, coming out of a timeout. Auburndale has to go full length of the floor to our left. Schmutzer throws it in for Ertl, or for Yeski, then gets it right back. Hands to Weinfurter in the backcourt. Cooper up the far sideline to our right. Slams into Oakley Wrench, who's called for a blocking foul with 16.6 seconds on the clock. Wrench stepped in front of Weinfurter. Cooper tried to dribble past him, and Wrench called for the blocking foul. And Cooper Weinfurter at the line. He is 8 for 8 tonight.
Yeah, I probably would have not fouled him, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe he'll miss here, but
yes!
And he does. And he does. They're like hearing me from here, I think it is. I don't know, but
I think they all are listening to us on the TuneIn radio app as they're playing the game.
They must be. Those young kids, they got the apps everywhere.
The technology is tremendous. Weinfurter,
but still, a 3 can win this game for Stratford.
He got the second one. It's a 2-point ball game. Tigers with 10 seconds. They have the ball to our right, and they will take a timeout with 9.3 seconds on the clock. Timeout on the floor. will take it with them. The exciting conclusion of this one when we come back to Auburndale after this.
No matter whose name is on the door, it's the person you deal with that really matters. That one-on-one relationship is what Citizens State Bank of Loyal is built on. We are a local bank.
Yeah.
Decisions are made locally.
All right, give me one spot here. Well, wait a minute. One spot.
Talk to one of the local folks at Citizens State Bank of Loyal, Branson, Neelsville, Spencer, or Marshfield. We're just down the street.
All right, we've got 9.3 seconds left on the clock, Carrie. 49-47. Tigers down by 2 with the ball and a chance for the win right here.
I haven't taken a breath in about 3 minutes, so I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm getting lightheaded from the excitement.
Do they go for the 3 or what do they do?
I think that if you get a good look at a 2, you go for the 2. I mean, if you get a good look at a 3, then maybe you take it. But I think your priority is to get a 2, just because you are, your probability of making it is so much higher. And then, maybe you like your odds going in to overtime.
Tigers have it. Teddy Redmond down the lane. Redmond for the tie. No good. Rebound grab by Kaysen Schmutzer, and he's fouled with 1.6 seconds on the clock. Teddy Redmond had a good look down the lane and tried to put it off the glass and in for 2 for the tie. He went for the tie, had a good look, missed the shot. Schmutzer with a rebound, and Kaysen was fouled. He can ice the game at the line right here.
He did get a good look at it. It just kind of rattled out.
And the first one is no good. So now it's still a 1-possession game, even if he makes it right here.
Yes, and they could, 1.5 seconds left. They could, throw something up.
All right, the second foul shot here by Schmutzer. And the second one is good. It's a 3-point Auburndale lead. Stratford for the tie. Here's Oakley Wrench off the backboard and no good. And the Auburndale Apaches have now knocked off the Stratford Tigers 50-47 after beating Marathon here in double overtime earlier this season. And Auburndale survives a comeback attempt by the Stratford Tigers, and they get the 3-point win. How about that?
That was intense. We knew this was going to be a good game, and it really was down to the wire, so I'm glad to see it.
Auburndale improves to 9-3. This coming off a 1-point loss up at Phillips the other night. They're 9-3. They are now 5 in the Merriwood South. Stratford falls to 10-2, and they are now 6-2 in the Merriwood South, tied with Auburndale.
This is just, you're right. It's a good conference. It's at least 4 teams up here that could, be at the top of this conference. Stratford, Marathon, Auburndale, Assumption, all of them really good teams. It's kind of anyone's game almost.
Anybody's conference right here. Well, I was here, a month or so ago. I watched Auburndale beat Marathon in double overtime here. And now tonight, they knock off the other team on top of this Merriwood South, the Stratford Tigers. And this Auburndale team, they've got kind of an identity crisis, because here's a team that lost to Edgar not too long ago by 8 up at Edgar. They get beat by Phillips the other night on the road by 1, and now knock off the Stratford Tigers here tonight. Is that... Can we turn that mic on?
Yeah, we can.
All right. As our coverage of high school boys basketball continues here in central Wisconsin, alongside Carrie Gillespie, I'm Mike Warren, and Chad Weinfurt are kind enough to join us now here on the post-game report. Coach, heck of a win by you guys here tonight. Sum it up for us.
I didn't know if we were capable of it, to be honest. I didn't know if we were tough enough. That's one of those ugly, tough wins that sometimes you got to get in this conference. Really important to get to the free throw line the way we struggled on offense tonight because Stratford played such great defense. And I thought that was really huge. We didn't shoot a super high percentage at the line, but we got there enough to make it count.
Especially in the second half.
Yes.
What else stands out? What else did you guys have to do and were able to do to hold off this Tiger comeback?
Well, one of the things two of the things with the kids before the game were turnovers and rebounding. Now, turnovers, they force a lot of them. You don't necessarily give them to them, but I thought we rebounded very, very well against a big, tough team. Kids like Vaughn Bright and Ben Barton and the rest of the crew. If you can rebound against them, you have a chance.
Coach, this team struggled. The Stratford team struggled in some regard at the free throw line and also just making shots in general. You got to kind of be thankful for that in a way, correct? I mean, nothing takes away from what your team did tonight, but they struggled as well. So you got to be grateful for that and just take what you can get, correct?
Yeah, I like to think, obviously not free throws, but some of it's our defense taking them out of rhythm. Even sometimes when you get open shots, if it's not coming smooth and in rhythm, you don't make them.
Yeah.
But you're right. They didn't have their outside game going, and I feel real bad for Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's a real good kid. He and my son Cooper get along real well, and he struggled at the line tonight. I'm sure he'll get that corrected, and it'll be a lot tougher the second time around.
Yeah, he's a good player. It was tough for us even up here to watch him struggle. You mentioned Cooper, and he is a big part of your offense. He's averaging 15 points a game or so, and he did not score in the first half, but in the second half he really, it seemed like he kind of commanded your offense and really took ownership of it, and it showed. And he ended up with 15 points all in the second half. I think that was a big part of why you guys were so steady in that second half. What do you say about that?
Once again, I credit their defense. They face guarded them the whole first half. A number of teams have started to do that. And our other guys made plays in the first half. Then the second half, I think, we were able to set up a play to start the second half, and he got a layup, and sometimes that's all you need. And then he started getting to the free throw line.
Yeah.
We had a little father-son moment at halftime. I urged him on very, very politely to take a little more control of the offense, and he responded. So that was nice to see as well.
That's great to see. Great to hear.
Yeah, the other thing, Coach, I thought in that first half, when they were doing such a great job on Cooper and not allowing him to get the ball or any sort of clean look at the basket, you sort of mentioned this already, but guys like Kaysen Schmutzer and Colton Yeski in particular really amped up. They really brought their A game in that first half, along with maybe Cale Jacoby, too. They really picked things up.
Well, it's senior time.
Yeah.
And, this is our 12th game. It's over halfway through their senior year. Either they step up or they don't. It's one of those deals. If they want to stay in the conference race, if they want to do anything in the postseason, it starts now. There's no more time to wait. And I'm hoping they start, feeling that sense of urgency, because I sure feel it for them.
Yeah, Coach, this really kind of shakes up the Marywood South. Just some really good teams in this conference. And it's a win, which is great, but also I believe in taking lessons from each game. What lesson or what are you going to build upon, going into other games? Because the conference is still anyone's really to grab. What are you going to tell your guys to keep this kind of going?
It's just one of the things, I've been through it before. They're going to have to grind it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take any games off, Nothing against the two teams that beat us, but we can't give away any games.
Yeah.
And, we still have to go on the road to Assumption, to Stratford, to Marathon. So the nice thing is we protected our home court.
You did.
That's big.
And a confidence boost, maybe.
Right.
I mean,
for sure. And we won without Colton Wright.
Yeah,
I don't like to use that as an excuse, but Colton's been injured since Christmas time, and he's obviously one of our best players, and offensively and defensively. And for our kids to pull through and defeat them without Colton, that's a big thing for us.
Yeah, it really is.
And real quick, what is his injury?
He's just got a lower leg injury. It's more muscular in nature. I haven't been told specifically what it was, but he's real close to getting back.
Good. Okay. That's important.
All right. So you beat Marathon here in double overtime, and now you knock off the Stratford Tigers, the two teams atop this conference. when you played them. Tell us what that says about this team that you're able to step up and take on the leaders of this conference and beat them.
It shows us what we're capable of. It gives you a little glimpse of what could be. But, the next thing is the consistency. You got to bring it every single night, no matter who the opponent is. You shouldn't be ready to play when it's just Stratford or Marathon. You have to be ready for everybody, and that's one thing I've really tried to impress upon these guys, and it's been a slow absorption process through their brains. They're smart kids, but sometimes I think they overthink stuff.
Yeah.
Because you beat Marathon, then you lost up at Edgar the next game.
Right.
So you're afraid of the big letdown, I guess, right? Is that it, or what is it?
We've talked about it after the Marathon game, and I honestly don't know what it is. Sometimes I've been told that some of these seniors just kind of like to feel out the other teams, which is not the way you want to attack this conference. So hopefully we've learned some lessons, like you said, and we're ready to go every game. My words, they're only words. Actions speak louder sometimes.
Well, and we kind of said that, Kerry, in the early part of the game. It was like a heavyweight fight. They were kind of feeling each other out because we had 2 points scored in the first 4 minutes of the game or something.
Yes.
I will say one of the things, Coach, that really impressed me about your team is that I felt like you guys had the momentum the entire game. I felt like Stratford was always trying to catch up to you. You know what I mean? And you guys really...
Yeah, I don't think we ever lost the lead in the second half, did we? I thought Chandler hit that 3 and knocked it down to 1, and I think that's as close as they got.
Yeah, which is important because when you let sometimes you let teams like that back in and they really run with it. But you guys, I mean, they held strong even when they tied it up or were within 1. Your guys still kind of kept it together and kept their composure, which is an important thing.
It is. You're exactly right, and that's something we're striving for.
Yeah.
So
kudos to them on that.
I told you at halftime I was praying. So
yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
There you go. You're gonna have to pray extra this Sunday.
A little extra in the collection box.
Yeah, we don't have to pray for the Packers anymore because that's just so.
I think it was the aura of Tim Anderson Gym. There's a little magic in this building and in these walls, isn't there?
I don't know.
I hope there's some left if there is.
Yeah. So anything else, Coach? A big win. We don't want to overstate it. It is, yeah. You told us before the game, if we win, it counts as 1. If we lose, it counts as 1 either way.
I think it's big in the fact that they were ahead of us. And instead of dropping two games out of the lead behind them and Marathon, now we're only 1 game out and we're tied with them. So I think it's really big in that aspect.
Yeah, for sure. It really is.
Anything else, Coach?
No, it's going to be a much more enjoyable weekend after this win rather than last weekend after the close loss. So
there you go.
We'll see if I can get a little sleep tonight.
All right, Coach.
Congrats, Coach.
Appreciate the time as always. Thank you for stopping by. Congratulations on the big win. That's Stratford, Auburndale head coach Chad Weinfurter stopping by after a huge win tonight, Kerry, over this Stratford Tiger team. Man, this is big.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was really a good game. I'm glad I came out for it, and we knew it was going to be, a barn burner, and it really was. And these teams, there's some good things. As we said, this conference is just a really good conference, and that's great to see for me because I came from this conference when I was younger in high school. Pittsfield was still part of this conference, but I know these schools. I know Assumption, I know Edgar, Marathon, Auburndale, and so it's good to see that legacy of Marywood basketball kind of live on. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you know what these.
I need to come back for more, Mike.
Do you have any eligibility left?
I do not.
Because Pittsfield, they could use you right about now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think 26-year-olds are not allowed to do stuff like that. So.
Well, I'm sure there's a way. I mean, isn't that what my motto is?
What, Mike? Let's hear it.
Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. I mean, that's the Jesse the Body Ventura motto.
That is
the mantra that I have lived by. And it's gotten me, look at where it's gotten me.
You are...
Next to you at a high school basketball game in central Wisconsin.
You are the radio Yoda. I believe you are the radio Yoda.
I don't think so. But we'll check into your eligibility, see if we can dust off your old Pittsfield jersey or uni from way back when. And maybe get you back on the bench for the Panthers.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll work on that. We'll put Mother Lippert up to the task of getting you back on the sidelines. How's that sound?
No, Mother Lippert is too, I don't want to say she's too old for that, but she could not handle that.
All right.
Never say that about your mother. But
big win over the Stratford Tigers for this Auburndale team, and they win it by 3, 50-47. And stay with us. More of our post-game report from Auburndale after this.
Current Technologies, Inc. has been providing the central Wisconsin area with electrical solutions for
all right, we'll go 2 minutes here, Ben. 2 minutes.
No problem. Call CTI. Need a backup generator for your home or business? No problem. Call CTI. Current Technologies sell and service the Kohler and Generac residential line of generators. Call 715-887-4444 or go to current-techinc.com. Current Technologies, Inc. is proud to sponsor the Auburndale Apaches and wishes them all the best. Have you always dreamt of building a new home? It's time to consider Stratford Homes. Proud to offer lasting value based on honest craftsmanship.
Steve?
1973.
Pull it.
The model home built on Highway 97 in Stratford.
No.
To see our
stay with it.
Model homes, each with its own unique style. See the exceptional quality for yourself by calling to schedule a tour of the indoor construction facility. Make your next home a Stratford home. Find them on Facebook. Good luck, Stratford Tigers from Stratford.
Ben, how are we doing on spots?
Westside Auto Body of Auburndale has been offering professional collision repairs and painting in the same location since 1986. Featuring the PPG environmental-based refinish system, a state-of-the-art waterborne paint technology which lowers VOC emissions, improves air quality.
That cannot be Are you serious?
Also provides the most durable finish and achieves the highest quality color match.
I got a lot
the next in a long list of happy, loyal customers. Westside Auto Body, Highway K, Auburndale. Open weekdays 8 to 6, Saturdays by appointment.
All right, back here at Auburndale High School, the Stratford Tigers and the Auburndale Apaches in a big game in the Merrillwood South here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. Ben Brecht is producing and studio engineering our broadcast here tonight. Alongside Kerry Gillespie, I'm Mike Warren, and boy, it was a big win by the Auburndale Apaches here tonight. And now Stratford and Auburndale tied at 6-2 in the conference after this one, right atop the conference in this Merrillwood South.
Yeah, it really does shake things up a little bit there in terms of the Merrillwood standings. So I like it. I like when it kind of comes down to the wire and, you know, kids are playing for something all the way through the season. That's exciting, you know, so I love it.
Well, the Auburndale Apaches, as we said, were led by Cooper Weinfurter, a kid that had nothing in the first half, and he comes out in the second half and puts up 15 on the board to lead the Apaches in scoring here tonight.
He's a special player for their team, so it's good to see that.
All right, so then 13 for Cale Jacoby, 8 in the first half, and 5 more in the second half. Cale tonight, let's see, 3 of 5 from the line. We should mention Cooper Weinfurter, 9 of 10 from the line.
Yeah, he's a good shooter. You know, I went to high school with his cousin, who was a Wesley, and he was a good shooter too. Like, I think it's just a family thing. They're all just really good shooters. It's just, I don't know, it's just in their genes.
Colton Yeski with 10 points. He went 4 of 4 from the line for Auburndale.
Yeah.
And then 9 for Kaysen Schmutzer, and Kaysen went 3 of 6 from the line. Cam Ertl, 3 points, including 1 of 4 from the line. The 5 starters did all the scoring for Auburndale tonight, no bench points, but they didn't really play Carter Wilcott and Aaron Marth all that much. Fletcher Rabb was in there for maybe a possession or 2, and that was it.
Yeah.
The Stratford Tigers led tonight by Chandler Schmidt off the bench with 13 points. He knocked down 3 3-point baskets.
Yeah, and they were at big time, so that's important.
Then the other player in double figures, Vaughn Bright, with 10 points. And we have been noting his struggles shooting free throws tonight. And he ended up 1 of, well, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He was 1 of 13 from the line tonight.
So, I mean, he easily could have had a 20-point game.
He left 12 points out there in a 3-point game.
Yeah, and you know, he really is a good player. I mean, he has good court awareness. He moves really well, and he's got some good moves down there in the post. But I mean, he's a good player. It just, I mean, we even up here we felt bad. You know, he was struggling. Even Chad, when he came up here, you know, felt bad. So just hoping he can get that figured out.
Yeah, he's a great player, great human being, and you got to feel for that kid. 1 of 13, thinking, and he's probably in there thinking he lost it first team, which is, you know, is never the case.
No.
It's a team sport.
And there's so many other variables that go into it. I mean, you can look at that, sure, you know, but whatever. There's so many other things.
Because you remember, he made 3 free throws that were called off because he went over the line.
Because he crossed the line, yeah.
And there's your 3 points right there. You could look at so many different things.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Feel bad for the kid. He'll rebound, I hope, nicely. And let's see here. 6 points for Ben Barton and Teddy Redmond. Redmond knocked down a couple of threes. Barton tonight, 4 of 6 from the line. 4 points for Paul Hooter off the bench. 3 points apiece for Lance Heidman and Oakley Wrench, each with 3-point baskets in the game. And then Brandon Ackley with 2. He knocked down a shot in the first half of the ball game. Trent Heckel did not score for the Tigers tonight. And I did notice Heckel, I don't know if he had an injury or just was struggling, but Chandler Schmidt, if I'm not mistaken, replaced Heckel in the starting lineup when they started the second half of the ball game. I know that Schmidt was out there.
Okay.
And so I don't know if that switch will be permanent, but Heckel did not start the second half. I don't know if we saw him in the second half, did we?
I don't know. I honestly did not make that connection, so I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. We'll look into it. Investigative journalism.
All right. Well, I'll leave that up to you. I don't know anything about that. So we will take a break. Our post-game report from Auburndale continues in just a moment.
Country Terrace of Stratford takes this time to wish the Stratford Tigers good luck in tonight's game. Country Terrace backs the Tigers all the way. Care Partners, Country Terrace is a community-based residential facility for the elderly and handicapped who have been serving Stratford area residents for many years. Good luck, Tiger players, from the entire staff at Care Partners, Country Terrace. Do you know how to sell real estate in the big city? Well, neither does Scott Lemmer, but he would like to help you buy or sell your home right here in rural central Wisconsin. This is where Scott was raised.
Talk here. 2 minutes here, Ben. 2 minutes.
And wants to be your hometown real estate guy. Scott knows the local market and wants to help you buy or sell your home. From Athens to Marathon and Edgar to Stratford, Scott Lemmer wants to be your hometown agent. Call Scott Lemmer at 715-574-3371 or find him at First Weber on Facebook or at firstweber.com.
Moving Marshfield forward by giving back. At Forward Financial Bank, that's what it's all about. Hi, this is Bill Senholz, President and CEO at Forward Financial Bank. We're proud to say that 100% of our deposits are being invested in loans in our communities. That means your deposit dollars stay here to help businesses and families.
I think we're going to come back and wrap it up.
Stop in today and open your account, or open your account online at forwardbank.com.
Dan Teska Trucking, your residential and on-the-farm service.
Yeah, I don't know what
and take care of all your excavating needs. Dan Teska Trucking will deliver sand, gravel, black dirt, and fill. Also on-the-farm services from lime spreading.
I guess plug them in somewhere after the game.
Trucking at 715-652-2281 or 715-305-2281. Ask about new customers' discount for professional quality and on-time delivery of products and services to your home or farm. That's Dan Teska Trucking, Auburndale.
All right, back here at Auburndale High School, the Apaches, the win over the Stratford Tigers here tonight. In a very close Merriwood South contest. Auburndale beats Stratford tonight 50-47. Our final score here from Tim Anderson Gym at Auburndale High School. A couple of other finals tonight. The Columbus Dons girls basketball team with a win against the Spencer Rockets tonight, 69-35. And a couple of other finals here tonight. The Marshfield Tiger girls got beat tonight by Wausau West, 76-67. And let's see here, the Marshfield Tiger boys basketball team in action tonight up at the Fieldhouse in Marshfield. And Tiger boys beat Wausau West tonight 55-16. A little lopsided win there for the Tigers, but another tough loss for the Tiger girls on the road up at Wausau West tonight. Carrie, anything else you want to add about this one before we wrap things up here at Auburndale tonight?
You know, Mike, it was a good game. It was, you know, good on both sides for different reasons. You know, I think Stratford's a better team than what we saw tonight. I think that they, you know, didn't make shots that maybe they normally do make. And as we talked about with Vaughn, you know, missing, you know, all those free throws and having a rough night, you know, from the line. But I think that they're a good team. I just think they struggled a little bit tonight. So, and credit to Auburndale, they did a great job, and they capitalized on every shortcoming that Stratford had. I mean, there's no more to it.
Sounds good. All right. Well, good to have you back, at least for one game, right?
Yeah, good to be back. We'll see if we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into that, and always appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, an old Merriwood player is not going to miss a game like this tonight.
No, it makes me nostalgic, you know. Yeah. Waxing nostalgic over here.
Yeah. Okay. It gets worse, believe me. All right. And that's going to wrap things up from Auburndale here tonight. Big win for this Auburndale Apache boys basketball team over Stratford here this evening. Just a reminder, coming up tomorrow, we've got college basketball, Purdue at Minnesota. Men's basketball at 11, right after the On Sports program with Gene Delisio at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll recap the week that was in high school sports in central Wisconsin with the On Sports program tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Our next high school broadcast up at Loyal on Monday. The Columbus Dons girls basketball team at Loyal on Monday at 7:15 for the tip time in that one. Our coverage begins at 7 o'clock on Monday night here on WOSQ. And this, we should mention this Stratford Tiger boys basketball team back in action next Tuesday at Assumption in Wisconsin Rapids.
Be a good game again.
Yeah, we'll have that one on AM 1450 WDLB next Tuesday night from Wisconsin Rapids. So that one's coming up as well. Lots of good basketball as we start to head for the home stretch here, right? This mid to late January run, all of a sudden we're into February pretty soon, and that's when teams start dreaming about the postseason and March Madness.
Yeah, definitely. All about that March Madness, for sure.
All right, Carrie, and I'm sure we'll see you on a broadcast near you sometime soon. How's that sound?
Sounds good, Mike. Thanks so much for having me.
We thank Carrie Gillespie. Once upon a time, moonlighting as Carrie Lippert in the Merriwood Conference, and hopefully all of that film has been destroyed by now.
I personally have destroyed it.
Oh, good for you. Our thanks to Carrie Gillespie for joining us on the broadcast tonight. Thanks to Ben Brecht, our producer and studio engineer, for his work. I'm Mike Warren. That's it from Auburndale tonight. Big win for the Apaches. Boy, they knock off Marathon here at home in double overtime.
Stratford. You said they knock off Marathon.
Yeah, they about a month ago, they first knock off Marathon.
Oh, I get it.
And now they knock off Stratford.
I thought you were getting senile. Typically, that's what's going on, isn't it?
That could very well be a possibility, regardless of, but anyway, I actually knew what I was saying there for a change.
The first time,
It doesn't happen often, but every once in a while it happens. So, yeah, I mean, they beat Marathon in double overtime, then they knock off the Tigers tonight.
Yeah.
And who knows what's going to happen down the stretch in this conference. It's going to be really fun to watch.
It will be.
Thanks for listening, and been listening to Merriwood Conference Boys Basketball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield. Once again, our final score here tonight, Auburndale 50 and Stratford 47.